What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing the brand new Lotus Eater Legendary Rocket Sidearm. As of right now, this is the most desirable weapon in all of Destiny 2, but also the most debated. The amount of people I've seen arguing on Twitter for days about whether or not it's actually worth going after this weapon, the version to go after, and also arguing about the God Roll. And oh my goodness, there is so much bad information out about this weapon, guys. I guarantee so many of you guys watching are making your Lotus Eater rolls worse and you don't even know it. And so, let's get started. Now, the reason for the hype specifically this week, the reason for the controversy, all involves the process of getting this weapon. The Lotus Eater is a new Nightfall weapon added to Destiny 2 within episode Heresy. So, this is the first week it's dropping, but the featured strike is PsiOps Battleground's Cosmodrome, and that is one of the hardest strikes in the entire game. So that is the reason behind a lot of the debate. People saying, is it worth going after the Adept version, especially that only comes from Grandmaster Nightfalls, when you have to beat PsiOps Battleground Cosmodrome, and it is a doozy? Or is it? Because I put out a guide showcasing a build that cheeses the entire Grandmaster. Someone hit me up on Twitter and said, I watched your video, not only did your build help me get through the Grandmaster, but I'm now carrying all my friends through the Grandmaster because of how easy it makes it. So definitely check out that video. Honestly, the Grandmaster is so much easier with that build than so many people are making it seem. But even if you can't beat the Grandmaster, you really don't need the Adept version. Dropping the difficulty down and going after the base version of the Lotus Eater is still absolutely worth it, because I hate to be that guy, but it is actually as good as people were speculating. Guys, another main reason for the hype is that this is the first ever Void rocket assisted frame sidearm. So that means rocket assisted frame sidearms are overall one of, if not the best weapon types for PvE in the entire game. And so now we have access to those exclusive Void perks on the best weapon type. And oh my goodness, it creates some shocking combos. Guys, the main perk that I think is going to make or break your Lotus Eater roll is going to be in the right column, destabilizing rounds. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna say it. This is overall the best PvE perk in the entire game right now. After its colossal buff, not only will it cause nearby enemies to become volatile, but also it gives your weapon several seconds of volatile rounds. The ad clearing capabilities that destabilizing rounds offers is just absurd. Guys, look at this clip of what one shot of a destabilizing Lotus Eater does to a group of enemies. I mean, come on, I would get the same results if I was using a darn rocket launcher in that scenario. And it's not just that clip. You're gonna see in the background gameplay constantly that 1, 2, or 3 shots will decimate a group of ads. And that's because of how good destabilizing rounds and especially volatile explosions are at chaining between enemies. It kind of feels like you're shooting mini grenade launcher rounds with chain reaction. That's how good destabilizing rounds is. And if I'm being for real, guys, if I'm keeping it 100 right now, if you get a Lotus Eater with destabilizing rounds, you're pretty much good. It almost does not matter what your other perks are. That by itself is going to be a colossal increase in power to your build crafting, to your account. But if we want to min-max, what are you pairing with destabilizing rounds? Well, in my opinion, guys, it's actually going to be Repulsor Brace. This will give you a Void Overshield if you defeat a Void debuffed target. Well, Volatile is a Void debuff, and essentially what this says is shoot gun, get overshield. That's it. You are going to have an overshield almost 100% of the time if you pair Repulsor Brace with destabilizing rounds. It is kind of crazy. Now, there are some arguments for some other perks here, especially Shoot to Loot. That is going to let you shoot your Lotus Eater at heavy ammo across the map and pick it up and auto reload the weapon. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't work with the volatile explosions from destabilizing rounds, so kind of a non-bow, but it does give you some utility. Now, I've also seen people argue for stuff like beacon rounds, so you can't miss. I just think it's kind of okay. And also reconstruction. I've seen a lot of people saying reconstruction is good here, and yeah, reloading while stowed and doubling your magazine is nice, but I don't really ever feel like I need double the magazine size with my Lotus Eater, right? I shoot a few rounds, everything dies, and I just reload. I need double the magazine size when I'm doing DPS, and I'm not doing DPS with the Lotus Eater, so I don't really think that one is that fantastic. Again, we're kind of splitting hairs here. Just destab will serve you super well, but what I really want to talk about, and what I mentioned earlier, is that people are ruining their rolls, involves the magazine perks. Because guys, this might sound crazy at first, but the perk I have here, Flared Magwell, is actually the best in-slot magazine perk for the Lotus Eater God Roll. Now, some of you guys are going, what are you talking about? Put on tack mag right above it. Put on appended mag. Don't you want more ammo? And that's because when everyone was going for the Tinashe's Mastery God Roll, your magazine perk was a huge part of the equation. Combining the right magazine perk with the right mod, specifically backup mags, would give you significantly more reserve ammo. And that is a huge deal because, rocket assisted frame sidearms are so good that Bungie had to nerf them. And this nerf was a reduction to overall ammo. So you are going to run out of ammo more commonly when using these weapons a lot, right? But for whatever reason, the Lotus Eater works in a completely different way than the Tinashe's Mastery. Let me show you guys right here. I have my Flared Magwell roll on. I have no reserve ammo on my chest. As you can see, I rally right here and I have 44 rounds in reserves, okay? Then I die, I switch to my tack mag, which a lot of people are claiming is the best in slot perk. I rally, I go down to 39 rounds. I lose 5 reserve ammo. What the heck happened there? Now, you might be saying, oh, well, you didn't combine it with the right magazine perk. As you can see here, I put on Adept Mag and I claw back some rounds, but I'm at 43 now. So I'm still 1 less than the base reserve ammo with the Lotus Eater. And guys, that is true. I'm gonna shout out Mossy Max right here. Fantastic guy, posts some really good information, and he made a chart of all the different combinations and what the effects on your reserve ammo is. And as you can see, the base is 44. The best possible reserve ammo you can achieve is 45. Literally 1 extra bullet in reserves. In my opinion, that's not worth it at all. I'd rather take Flared Magwell for better reload speed all the time, and that frees up my mod slot. As you can see right here, now I can put on heavy ammo finder enhancement, so I get more heavy ammo. I can put on other mods. I don't have to put on a backup mag mod. Yes, my overall magazine size is lower, but if you're taking more than 12 rounds to kill everything on your screen with destabilizing rounds, you're doing something wrong, okay, gamer? Like, in all seriousness, again, that is something super important to know. Do not just throw on an extended mag perk without taking a look at that chart, right? Without knowing this, that it will often reduce your overall reserve ammo, and then to claw some ammo back, you're forced to use a certain weapon mod, right? So really keep that in mind, guys. But I think, again, overall, the Lotus Eater, there's a lot of speculation on how good it would be, being the first ever Void Rocket sidearm. And it is actually as good as we speculated. So definitely try to get your hands on the Lotus Eater. Again, the Grandmaster Guide will make Grandmaster significantly easier, but dropping down the difficulty is 100% an option. And also, don't kill yourself going for the Omega Optimal God Roll. Like, definitely, if you can farm and get the best possible roll, the God Roll, it's gonna be even better. But as long as you get destabilizing rounds, you are good to go. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.